Hello, Man in Gray here with another Man in Gray book review. And today we have a double feature for you. Two books, Letters of Note Cats and Letters of Note Dogs, both compiled and edited by Sean Usher, both books published by Penguin Books, both books 132 pages long. The cat book published in 2020, the dog book published in 2021. These books are part of a series called Letters of Note, and some of the other books in the series include books on letters about fathers, mothers, love, war, art, sex, New York City, and space. This whole series got started from a website. In 2009, Sean Usher, a writer in Great Britain, set up a website where he began publishing letters, historical letters that he'd come across that he thought were worth people remembering and reading. And then other people started submitting letters that they found interesting. And so it's a website where letters, historical letters, were posted. And it became a very popular website. And in this website, Usher was kind of lamenting the fact that letters are kind of a dying art with the rise of email and texting. Very few people bother writing letters anymore. So it's kind of a tribute to a type of writing that's disappearing or almost extinct. In 2013, Usher crowdfunded a project to turn his website into a book, and he succeeded. He published a book called Letters of Note, and it was about 250 pages or so, something like that. And it became a surprise bestseller throughout Great Britain and then later in the United States. And that led to a whole series of shorter paperback books that we see here on different topics. The way this is set up, there's a set of letters. The cat book has 27 letters and the dog book 28. And they're usually pretty short letters. Some of them are from famous people and some of them are from obscure people. But there's a little short introduction, usually a couple of paragraphs explaining who the person is and the circumstances behind the letter and what happened after the letter was written. So it gives you a little background for each letter. The cat book, as I said, contains 27 letters. I made a list here of some of the people that are some of the letter writers in the cat book. They include Nikola Tesla, the famous scientist, Rachel Carson, Anne Frank, Charles Dickens, Elizabeth Taylor, Ayn Rand, poet Thomas Gray, Raymond Chandler, and John Cheever. The dog book contains 28 letters, and some of the writers include Zora Neale Hurston, E.B. White, Roald Dahl, children's author, President George H.W. Bush, Helen Keller, T.H. White, comedian Bob Hope, Marcel Proust, and Gertrude Stein. And so there's a big cross-section of letters from different time periods, all about dogs and cats. Some of the letters are funny. Some of them are quite sad, even tragic. In fact, my favorite letter, I think the letter that moved me the most, was one by a guy named Richard Joseph, who's a now forgotten travel writer from the 1950s. In the late summer of 1955, Richard Joseph was walking his basset hound, and a speeding driver turned around a corner too quickly and ran over his dog, killing it instantly. And then the driver just took off, and it was a hit and run. Didn't bother stopping to apologize or whatever. It just took off. And Joseph was so upset about this that he wrote a letter to the local newspaper saying, basically saying, why did you do this? And why could you not, I hope you're happy that you killed my dog and didn't care enough to stop and apologize that you just took off. And he wrote this letter thinking that it would be printed in the letters to the editor section of the paper, maybe. And he was surprised to find out that the newspaper printed his letter on the front page. And it got a huge reaction, and other newspapers began printing copies of it. And it spread all over the country, because it shows you how many people care about their pets. So, in summary, if you love dogs or cats, or both, and you like reading other people's mail, these are the ideal books for you. The books are Letters of Note Cats and Letters of Note Dogs, both edited and compiled by Sean Usher. This has been another Man in Gray book review. Thanks for watching.